Take of this. This is a rule I use all the time. I plant trees like I'm planting it in front of my house. You wouldn't want to cook a tree in front of your house and don't put it in front of somebody else. As simple as that. That's the old school golden rule.
Today, we are planting 50 trees with the help of volunteers from Volunteering Untapped, as well as neighbors in the Berea neighborhood. We've been working within the Berea neighborhood now for a couple seasons, and we've planted hundreds of trees on these streets.
Trees are a backdrop of every major city, and sometimes because they're a backdrop, they're forgotten.
Baltimore is a unique city in many ways. We have a lot of issues outside of the tree canopy that the tree canopy is essentially an indicator for. Or if you look at crime, you look at unemployment, you look at socioeconomic status, you look at health, education, whatever you look at, it's in those same communities in East and West Baltimore, and the same goes for the tree canopy.
We come into the neighborhood with let's plant a tree. But while we come in the neighborhood with let's plant a tree, we're beautifying the neighborhood, so we're increasing property value. The neighborhoods become safer.
Our streets are more prone to flooding if we don't have more trees on them. Energy costs are higher. Some neighborhoods could be up to 10 to 15 degrees hotter than other neighborhoods in the summertime because of lack of tree canopy. So there's a lot of direct benefits to your quality of life when you live in close proximity to trees.
And so when they come back through and they see tree-lined streets, flowers blooming on some of the trees, when you look at it, it really has an impact on the way people see a neighborhood.
Trees aren't necessarily the solution to a lot of the challenges that Baltimore City faces, but it's absolutely a part of the solution to a lot of challenges.
One of the things that I sort of saw for this organization was our ability to tie our work, our mission, our purpose to some of the other issues that affect communities in Baltimore City. And one of those things was employment. One of the first opportunities that I wanted to build upon was the opportunity to build a workforce development program.
I'm looking to employ second chances like myself. People who need another chance at employment, another chance at changing their life. I started doing landscaping and horticulture while I was incarcerated. It can be transformative. We have the opportunity to change people's viewpoints on people who have made a mistake. But so often people that have made a mistake in life get written off, but almost kind of create a culture that men and women aren't disposable.
The beauty of it is it allows us people to get into a career path that can, go as far as they'd like to take it. But it starts with planting a tree.
Start thinking about what impact that one tree had on some kid that came out his door the next morning and was like, wow, this neighborhood looks different. Or for the older lady who lost faith in our neighborhood. She remembers when it was tree lined, and then she comes back out in the morning, she can sit on her porch and get some shade. Just look at the neighborhood different. And once you start looking at the neighborhood different, you look at people different. Because if you can change people's hearts, you can change people's ideas, you can change people's way of thinking, and you can change people's policy on how they deal with each other.
Those tree-lined streets, they really, really do change the look and feel of communities, and hopefully it'll help improve people's mentality about what their communities should look like and what they can look like and what they can feel like.
That is the dream. I want to be able to walk down any street in Baltimore and feel the shade of a tall oak or elm or red maple and know that that's going to provide so much for people for decades, maybe centuries to come.